I need this. But yes, let's get into it. Okay, Miss Madelyn, when did you know that you wanted to be a performer?
I think I had some bad experiences in some school plays. No, maybe not bad, but like one of them, I think I was like some shrubbery. Was never cast as a main character. It's totally fine. And I was like, I don't know if this is for me. But then kind of got into it, started auditioning,
Nice.
did a few commercials. It's like, this is fun. But I didn't really get into it until I moved out here.
Nice. Well, I mean, hey, it's all about like the story coming up, right? How you fall into it.
I was a bush.
You were a bush. You were the best damn bush that you could be. Nice.
So, you got your starring role from an open casting call. What I want to know is, what were the first few weeks like after you found out?
Man, those first few weeks after I found out?
Yeah, was it surreal? Like,
Okay, so I have never like acted or done anything before. It was my first ever audition. So when I got the news from, Mindy Kaling herself, I just
did she call you?
Yeah. Her and Lang called me on the phone. My agent pranked me. And my agent, too, only came about in my life just because of all of this happening, right?
Yes.
So everything was super new to me. And when they told me on the phone, they're like, hey, like, we wanted to congratulate you on the role of Davy. I just said, oh, that's cool. Because I didn't know what to expect.
Right.
Like, I didn't know what acting life meant. I had no idea. My family was freaking out, but I had to also keep it a secret, right? Because it wasn't announced yet. I knew like a good 2-ish months before.
Yeah.
And I still was in my last year of high school, so I had to continue that.
Right.
I got to go through prom normally. I got to go through like
That's so
graduation
fun. Yeah.
normally and all of that, which was nice.
Yeah.
And then I was off.
Wow.
I just was super like, okay, it is what it is. And yeah.
Through the audition process, did you know it was for the lead?
Yeah. I knew it was for the lead,
Yeah.
but like, it was just hard to like fathom
What
too,
that
of,
meant.
Yeah, what does
Yeah.
that mean? And like also just set life.
Right.
Everything, knowing what a mark is, like I had no idea.
Yeah.
It's like, okay.
Okay.
I can memorize like lines and
Right.
stuff. All right, sure. So yeah, that was that.
That's so cool.
All righty.
All right.
Oh, this is a good one. Do you still get nervous when you're acting or about to start filming?
All the time.
Yeah?
All the time. Because I just like, I mean, in any role, I've always been really nervous. But, as the roles have gotten larger, it feels like it's so much more to think about. Just like leading.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of pressure.
And oh yeah, it's crazy. So I definitely still do get nervous, but I feel like my nerves go away once we're just like diving headfirst into it and we're in it, we're having a good time. Like that's when the nerves kind of melt away.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, you have no reason to be nervous. You're killing it. You're killing the game. Yes. What is this?
Killing
Is
the
that
game.
finger? I missed
A
it.
little secret
Bam.
high five.
Bam.
Earlier this year, you were named as one of Time's most influential people. First of all, how does that feel?
Yeah, it was wild when I was, named one of those, the most influential. And then also like the cover and everything. I was like, that's
Wild.
insane. My face is going all around the world. But it was also like nice too because the whole thing was like, having someone speak on your work. And it was Mindy who wrote like a little piece about my work. And it was cool to see like a brown girl on the front cover of a magazine, also like, rocking the good old arm hair. But yeah, it was just cool as like a moment for like media to see that as a front cover on an international like magazine.
Yeah.
And I am the kind of person that I have the bad habit of not sitting in my accomplishments. I just say like, okay, cool, what's next? Like I gotta keep going. Like can't sit in this victory for too long. But that one I sat in for a couple more seconds.
As you should.
So
That's so badass.
Thank you.
And second question with that.
Oh wow.
Did you feel any pressure with that?
I mean, that's like the pressure of being like a role model, right? Like you constantly get told like, oh, like you're representing so many people around the world, or like I have parents saying like, oh, my daughter loves you so much, like you're such a good role model. And I'm like, I'm also learning, I'm also just
We're all going through life for the first time ever.
Yeah, exactly. So there is that pressure, but I just try to like do the right thing always. I guess because that's the best I can do. So I try to not be too much. But I would be lying if I said no pressure, it's all easy. That's such a lie. But it's the reality, right?
It's reality.
Yeah. All right.
Killing it.
Question number 3.
Oh yeah.
Your show has become such a big success. Was that a surprise to you?
Big surprise. Big surprise.
Really?
Not that I didn't believe in it, because I did. And I thought it was like I mean, we had such a good time shooting it. It was so much fun and we had a blast. But like, I remember having a moment the day before it came out, and I was so stressed out because it meant like all 10 episodes were going to be out there, and this thing that we put 6 to 7 months of our lives into was like
good old Netflix
just drop it all.
Yeah.
And then it was like, okay, so we've been sitting on this for so long, and there's the build up to it is almost just as exciting as the drop. What if it does, what if that's it? Like, what if it just lives in, last summer? And so I just had to get to a point where I was like, whatever happens, happens. I'm proud of it, and I'm proud of everyone involved, and it's going to be great, and we will always have that. And if it doesn't go well, then on to the next thing. If it does, like, let's celebrate. It just ended up surpassing all expectations. Like, it was the best case scenario. Like, it just did so well, and everybody
crushed it.
So many people loved it, and I was so excited about it. So no, I didn't expect it, but I was very pleasantly surprised.
Nice. But okay, I have a side question, because this happened to me when Never Have I Ever dropped.
How did you feel? Like,
dude, I don't know what I expected on like the day it first dropped, because I was like thinking like there's gonna be like an explosion or something at like, and I was in Canada, so it's Eastern time, and it was like 3 a.m. I stayed up to see it like drop, and then it's just like,
yeah, no,
and I was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna go to bed now, I guess. Did you get that feeling too without a mix?
No, we totally did, and we were in quarantine at the time.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
you were too.
Yeah, exactly. We're quarantine children of our show.
I know.
Yes.
So when it dropped, we were all together, and we just refreshed the screen and said, play.
Yeah, it's just like now streaming, and it's like, oh.
And then we all kind of looked at each other, and we were like, well, we know what happens.
You've seen
Should
the
we watch
screeners already.
Yeah, we
the whole
saw
thing
everything,
before.
so we were just like, should we go to bed?
Yeah, that was it. Okay, I just wanted to know that I had a normal reaction.
No, it was totally, it's all this hype, and then it just like, it's just one button, I know.
And then everyone can watch.
And everybody can watch.
Now streaming.
Next question. Who are 3 people that you are really, really wanting to work with at some point?
At some point. Okay. Steve Carell, because I love The Office. That's a full high five there. That's not no finger touch. That's a full high five. Steve Carell, before Never Have I Ever, like I've never done an acting like class or anything like that. So whenever people are like, "Oh, where'd you learn your comedic timing from?" I'm like, Michael Scott. Michael Scott. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. So okay, Steve Carell, Margot Robbie, because I think she is, of course, absolutely gorgeous, but she is so genius.
I mean, she is.
Oh man,
That's a no-brainer.
All of like her productions that come out of her production company are so good. Promising Young Woman,
I have such a crush on her.
as you should. We all should.
I'm in love.
We all should be in love with Margot Robbie. And then, last but definitely not least, Dolly Parton herself.
Okay, so the reason why I love to have my nails is because Dolly Parton said in an interview, this is how she starts her song.
Yeah,
I have
Yeah, that's what you do.
I have no rhythm. But
we're not Dolly for a reason,
we're
but
good. 9 to 5.
exactly. So that would be my 3: Steve Carell, Margot Robbie, Dolly Parton.
Wherever Dolly Parton is today, I really hope she's having a good day.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Madelyn Cline.
And I'm Maitreyi.
And
thank
you, American Eagle.
for having us.